Hello there and welcome along. Today's companion plant is a group of plants, but more specifically I wanted to talk to you about one particular member of that group. Behind me is a Royal Fern, one of my favourite ferns here in the garden. Now, full disclosure, this one is not going to be for everybody because it does actually get quite large, but this particular fern is a firm favourite in the garden and I use it in a very specific way here in a deeply shaded part of the garden alongside certain roses and other plants in the garden that it just looks absolutely extraordinary with. The Royal Fern is a clump forming fern as you would expect it to be, but thrives in deep shade. Anything that gets between around 2 and 3, maybe 4 hours of direct sunlight per day. You can see it's about noon here and the sun is just coming over the thatched roof of the cottage above, and it is just starting to pick up a little bit of colour now. The Royal Fern is a really soft, very fresh green fern. I'm going to cut a couple of bits for you. First of all, I'm going to cut some foliage. I'm also going to cut this little piece here, and this is one of the reasons why I love this particular fern. It does actually reach quite a large size, and the new fronds as they extend and the new fronds as they grow, this is actually a plume coming off of it, have this lovely dark bronzed effect to it. This is actually going to produce spores. This is fruit and body on this particular fern, but this is the same colour as the fronds would be as they unfurl in the spring. So when from the late parts of March into the back end of April, they actually unfurl this lovely sort of coppery, burnt brown colour, which is really pleasant. The fronds themselves are huge. They are very soft and lovely light green, very feathery. They move beautifully, as you can see behind me. They move really beautifully in the wind. But this particular fern goes really well with lots of different colours, and you're going to think this is a bit strange, but I've got some to bring to you. This one, for instance, is planted alongside, it's not in flower now, which is why I haven't got a flower to show you, but I've got this planted alongside LD Braithwaite from David Austin Roses, a rose that loves really deep shade. And you can see this one is Benjamin Britten, but the contrast between the two, this really lovely lime soft green with a strong colour like this coral from Benjamin Britten, is really nice. I also really like it with light lavenders and purples. This purple pincushion flower is really lovely with this as a backdrop, as is a bold yellow or orange. This is obviously Bring Me Sunshine from David Austin Roses, but obviously goes really nicely against this very pale foliage. This particular one is going to get quite large. It's going to reach something in the region of about 6 to 8 feet tall. It's on rising ground here with myself. There's actually a little bit of a raised border to my left, so this one is looking a little larger than it actually would be. But I actually divide mine about every 4 years. I just cut large chunks of it off and give it to family members and friends and other people here on social media because it does get quite large. It likes a really moist and wet, fertile soil that doesn't get more than around 2, 3, maybe 4 hours of direct sunlight per day. But the Royal Fern is a really good companion plant to go alongside roses, especially if they're of a hot colour. So anything that's really strong yellow, any of these really strong powerful corals or reds, this looks great alongside. The perfect companion plant in the garden. Another nice thing about this one is the fronds cut beautifully as well. So if you're going to be cutting large amounts of roses in your garden and want to bring them into the house, need something to fill it out, the Royal Fern is a really good one for that.